Assalamu alaikum. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Let's begin from the Aflao border, even though I've spoken about the water that is eating away the coast. And so far, officialdom has not said anything about it. You go to Keta, you see that they have a similar problem there. Officialdom again has said nothing about it. The people are sitting in water. We will leave our people and go and tweet about Morocco. We will leave our people and go and tweet about other countries, but they are Ghanaians, tax-paying Ghanaians, law-abiding citizens of the Republic. When they have issues, we don't go there. The rains are here. We know what challenges occurred last year and the year before. But we are not willing. We are not willing to go to the Volta region. Why? I don't know. But this morning, let's stay at Aflao because my understanding is that there's some fuel shortage in Togo, right? There's some fuel shortage in Togo. So people are now crossing over. Pillion riders and motor riders are crossing over now into Aflao to go and buy fuel. The Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority officers stationed there are trying all they can to ensure that they actually get fuel. Watch this. So this is at the Shell filling station, and they are looking for fuel. Something is happening. Something is coming.
That's the situation at Westport filling station. That's the situation at Westport filling station. That's the situation at Westport filling station.
Situation at Westport filling station. Those of you who know Aflao very well, you know what I'm talking about. It's a national security concern. In fact, for those of us here, we even buy fuel at exorbitant rate. When you complain, they say, shut up. Something is happening. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Good morning. Now bring me to Accra. Let's go to the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. I've been talking about Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, sparingly over time. A couple of documents that I was serialized, like I did for GIOC, like I did for Ghana Immigration Service and many other. I would serialize the documents now. Now, my understanding is that there are some persons who work at Korle Bu or who are supposed, whether they're supposed to be on contract, whatever it is, on the books, some people are supposed to be paying 2,500. But in reality, they get paid 500 Ghana cedis or 600 Ghana cedis after they are done with their work. They're cleaners. Under whose direction are they? Who brought the contract? Who owns the contract? We'll talk about all of those ones. But check out this email, a memo. Put it up, please. So the memo is from the Plastic Surgery Center and is from the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. Put it up. Is to the Acting Chief Executive Officer, Korle Bu Teaching Hospital, from the Director of the National Reconstructive Plastic Surgery and Burn Center, dated the 5th of September 2023, my birthday, and it's administrative arrangement. I will be away on part of our annual leave from Wednesday, September 6, 2023 to Friday, September 15, 2023, and will resume on Monday, 18 September 2023. During my absence, Mr. Adam K. Anyigba, consultant plastic surgeon, will be in administrative charge of the center. Please do accord him the requisite support and cooperation. Thank you. It's been minuted and all of that and distributed to all these people. Now, I need you to focus on the, you see, two, and then from Director of the National Reconstructive Plastic Surgery and Burns Center. Focus on the signature up there. You see the signature? Have you seen that signature? Maybe you can zoom in a bit. See the signature. Watch the signature very, very well. Show me the other memo. The other memorandum. Now, watch this. Office of the Chief Executive, Korle Bu Teaching Hospital. From Chief Executive Officer. See the signature. Same signature. Now, it's to all CMT members, dated the 4th of September 2023. So, Chief Executive writes on the 4th of September 2023, And then the head of the plastic unit, plastic surgery unit, writes on the 5th of September 2023. It says, I will be away on part annual leave from Wednesday, September 6, 2023, Friday to Friday, September 15, 2023, and will resume on Monday, September 18, 2023. That's yesterday. While I'm away, Dr. Daniel Ankra, the director of pharmacy, will act as the acting chief executive of the pharmacy. Please do accord him the requisite support and cooperation. Now, bring it down. Let's see the signature. The signature is at the top. Bring it down. Let's see the signature. Now, the interesting thing I want you to notice that one person who is acting as chief executive of Korle Bu, and then another person who is also acting as the head of the plastic surgery unit, is going on an annual leave, part of the annual leave, and he hands over to two people. But when he returns, he hands over to himself, performing first the role as the chief executive and also as the director of the plastic surgery department. Am I asking, is that the case? I'm asking, is that the case? Is that true that the CEO of Korle Bu also doubles as the boss of the plastic surgeries unit? Is that the case? Because we have seen one signature up there for chief executive. We have seen one signature up there for plastic surgery unit. But we are seeing two names, one a doctor and one a certain Mr. Anyigba, who are supposed to take over at the plastic surgery unit and also to act as chief executive. So for the labor consultants and the labor experts, and for the Minister for Health and for the boss at the Ghana Health Service, I ask a question. Is this normal administrative standard that one person will hold two positions, more so when the person is a chief executive, if that is the case, and also hold the position of a director? So Dr. Patrick Kumar Boaji of the Ghana Health Service will be Director General of the Ghana Health Service. But then if you come down to malaria control, he's also in charge of malaria control. Is anything possible like that? I'm just asking my questions this morning. And as I said, there are lots of documents I have on Korle Bu that will be serializing, because Korle Bu is dear to my heart. Each time when I was a kid, I was sick, they took me to Korle Bu. And the things that we used to see at Korle Bu, you don't get to see them really anymore. So the questions will keep coming. The questions will keep coming. Now, let's leave Korle Bu and hope that the authorities will do something about it. Good morning, Mr. Kweku Agyeman-Manu. Good morning, Dr. Patrick Kumar Boaji. Good morning to the senior advisor on all things medical and health, Dr. Nsia Saria, the presidency. Good morning to all of you. I'm just saying good morning to you, that's all. Good morning to you, that's all. Now, the Electoral Commission of the Republic of Ghana is going on with a limited voter registration exercise. A senior citizen I spoke with saw the crowd yesterday while I was driving him through town and says, this is a beautiful nonsense by the Electoral Commission, because it still doesn't seem to understand how and why we are deciding to congregate and crowd people at one location. The MP for the Santa Maria Sultom area, he had cause to complain. That's his name. He had cause to complain that, look, moving people from one point to the other is even a problem. Yesterday, Mr. Richie Nyama, and for those who don't know him, the special aide to former chairman of the MPP, Mr. Freddie Blay, he also has his eyes on the Pandai seat. He has also been a spokesperson for the Alan Tremantin campaign before. So he's not a small boy. He's speaking for the party in many different capacities on many different media. Yesterday, I had a distress call from him. Number one, he observed that the rains have cut off some of the communities. And that the thing that we could do, or the Electoral Commission could do, is to perhaps have an extension, or specifically for those areas that have been affected by the rain, like Honorable Suleiman also said from Bole Bamboy yesterday on Sunrise Morning Show. We could have a special arrangement where we'll have EC officials take the machines to those places, because the roads have been cut and then the people can't cross. People have to pay for canoe. People have to pay people to carry them on their back. People have to foot the bill for themselves and for their guarantors and all of that. Listen to the Electoral Commissioner. Listen.
in the registration center. So why are we complaining about the long queues? Because it's good for us, isn't it? If the guarantor system allows everybody to come, then we should not be complaining about long queues. It's good for us. But we hear complaints about long queues. But I mean, really, as a commission, we don't think so. We are mindful of the fact that the National Identification Authority had some budgetary constraints and they were not able to register. They have not been able to register for a while. But we are also mindful and we are also well aware that over the last 2 weeks, they've kick-started their activities in the districts and they are registering persons who are 10, I think 15 years advanced in the districts. So so the cards are available. The cards are available. And so if you can come to the commission with a guarantor in a district, you can go visit the commission's district office with a guarantor. So should you be able to visit the NIA district office to get your guarantor card. And I believe that I believe you've all taken note of, some of the newspaper articles, pinpointing to the registration of minors. Is this what we really want as a country? Do we want to have foreigners on our road? Why can't we go to the United States of America and go and register? And if we cannot, why should we allow foreigners and minors to get onto our road? And so we need to really be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. In addition to that, Parliament has passed an LI 2111, indicating that in the event of identification for any transaction, the Ghana card should be the document that is used.
So that's the Electoral Commissioner insisting that they will do what they want to do because they have independence, they have budgetary issues, and because Parliament has approved. Quite sad if you ask me. You see, the posture of the Electoral Commissioner is no different from the posture of Charlotte Osei. I have had the opportunity to meet in person the late Justice V.C. R.A.C. Crab, who one time was an Electoral Commissioner of this country. He made a comment. I'll keep that, as they say, to my knee. I won't tell anybody. He made a comment as a member of my church. I met him at the synod. He spoke to me because I asked him a question after I had read his book written by Kwesi Amwak. He had been an Electoral Commissioner before. I've had opportunity as a journalist to also interact with Dr. Afarijan. If you look at their era and you look at the era of, so we have ladies now and our women are at the helm of affairs, you look at their posture, you sometimes get confused as to whether they are confusing independence with a bit of arrogance and sassiness. Forgive me. People are giving you genuine concerns as to why they are not able to have. Look, the government that appointed you and put you there, put Bosman Asari there, and padded the Electoral Commission with MPP foot soldiers, has told us consistently that we are not in normal times and the economic situation in this country is dire. You have 40% more of inflation. You have your GDP is dancing pan logo, your whatever is dancing calypso. Everything is haywire. We know, we accept it. That's why we have run to the IMF and we still are the highest record holder at the IMF. We know this. And yet the Electoral Commission decides that we have to congregate people at a district office, and whether you can afford it or not, you have to be there. Because the excuse is that if you can take people to go and register for a card, a voter ID card, then you should be able to go to the NIA office to be able to go and get your Ghana card. That's a fair argument to make. But the point is that we have been on this route before. Professor Kenatefo and Esla Oswekufo have been on this route before when we wanted to have our SIM card registration done. The back and forth, the deadline, the review deadline, the extra review deadline, the another review deadline is that a year of road, another year of roads, and Basa. We have been there before. So what exactly is Madam G. Mensah talking about? Because if the NIA had the capacity to give us the cards and they had the funds to give us the cards, they won't suddenly be pushing the cards out to the people when you have started your limited registration. The NIA has told you what their problem is. They have told you that government is not giving them money to be able to pay the people that they are supposed to pay. But the Electoral Commission says, I'm independent. I will do what I want to do. You can't do FOCO. It's like the change of the logo. We saw it, we like it, we have changed it. You can't do FOCO. Put a tweet up for me. A young man put up a tweet. And Madame responded yesterday to her dealings at the IEA at the time. Put up the tweet for me. Her dealings at the IEA at the time and all of that. A young man called Jerome on Twitter, he put up a tweet. He says, Jean Mensa spent all those years in civil society only to ignore civil society concerns at this point. Read it again. Jean Mensa, who made all the recommendations at the IEA with Professor Dr. Abbas Mansari, who taught all the fine political science at Legon. They made spent all those years in civil society, screaming from outside the pitch, only to get onto the pitch to ignore civil society screams and also to take the ball and put it under their armpit to say, Bobium. Then a young person says, it seems like it was just a job for her. Another person says, the effect of the experience of protocol cannot be easily determined. This is what your young people think. And if the image of the EC starts sinking, this is not NDC and PPO. It is the reality of the people. I leave it here. Play me Adwoa Safo's video, please. Play me the video by popular request. The very beautiful video of lawyer Adwoa Safo, MP for Dom Kwabenya, former deputy. So that is a very popular video. MP, when we're looking for her, cabinet minister were looking for her. She was busy on TikTok, as Honorable Kennedy Agyapong said. Now, yesterday I saw a photo at one of the voting center, registration centers, I suspect. She was sharing ice cream. Quickly, it reminded me of the Hope campaign, Nanado eating maize and climbing the Circle Willowbrook, and Okovanda Poi preparing Banku and people braiding hair and say politicians will never change. Same template, because they know the people will fall for it. Same template. The people will fall for it. Yesterday, I played 2 videos and I asked a question that Madam needs to come forward and answer those questions. Was there an impersonator in Parliament? Did she receive 124,000 from Kennedy Agyapong into her Fidelity Bank account? Was there a private jet that was hired to bring her home? Did the chief of staff come to her home to wait for her and she didn't come down? I mean, these are questions. Yes, you chose your family, but the people also chose their families. Today we are serving the people yogurt. Politicians, that's how they treat the people. Because you people fail to hold politicians accountable, they think that at the end of every term, they can come and hit you. Listen to Kennedy Agyapong talking about politicians. Listen to him. Listen to him. That's our final video.
And then, what not Ghana and Fion as MPP, I'm first to come and show some Oba Pejuma when yabi, one Casa Pejuma when yabi, and now who's a woman. Yadisika brown sa kokotua ba mani pasumesi meslam mo mama gine na ho obia ho ka kira sa kotu mani pasumesi na jisika kotu no e kira se watina ni fie asudaye awu se sabe wodie o kire wo kom emfie nso a no wadwina dasa nkuto oba ne so disika show nsama no wadwina nane na wakotua ba mano otumanu a eti say light off aba no was so candle light ni ba on pe na wadum no.
You have to behave like a
Water is life.